Welcome to New York Institute of Technology's podcast, The Scope. Produced by the College of Osteopathic Medicine, our episodes focus on the medical school experience and how it helps shape future physicians. Learn about exciting new health and wellness initiatives, cutting-edge medical research and technology, and how to effectively navigate medical school. We are excited to have you join us. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Scope podcast. Today we are excited to engage in conversation focusing on global health initiatives during medical school. I am pleased to welcome Dr. Jerry Ballantyne, Dean of NYIT College of Osteopathic Medicine and Vice President for Health Sciences and Medical Affairs, and Dr. Lillian Niwagaba, Assistant Professor and Director for our Center of Global Health. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Well, I'd like to open the conversation today by asking you, Dr. Ballantyne, can you provide us insight into the concept of global health and how you believe this positively relates to the medical school experience?
Sure, I'd love to. I think from my perspective, it's really important that the medical school experience is not just a purely academic experience. In medical school, we bring you into our profession, and the literature will speak about a concept called professional identity. We take on the identity of the profession you will share. I kind of look at it more as welcoming you into the profession on one hand, so saying enter, and then your role, that of the medical student, to establish yourself in that profession. And you do this with many different experiences, and I think the Center for Global Health and experiences in global health are one of those aspects of non-academic programs. I mean, there's an academic component to it, obviously, that make you a better physician when you enter as you enter the profession. It is a combination of giving back, it's a combination of expanding your mind, it's a combination of stewardship for our planet. It has so many different components to it that it's really one of those ideal experiences for a subgroup of medical students that choose to do it to really become better physicians.
Thank you. And I'd like to ask a little bit more about how does the Center for Global Health hope to make an impact, positive impact?
From my point of view as the Dean, it goes along the same lines. A big part of the impact is really on our students and on our faculty and on our staff. And then obviously there is what I would call the mission of the center, to actually help people, help patients, whether they are no matter where they are on the globe, no matter where we go, no matter what interventions we bring to that area. So this can be something very local, this can be something in another country, and this can be in a culture that might be quite foreign to many of our students, where the exchange is on one hand them learning about the culture, on the other hand us hopefully bringing something to that local village, to that country, to that health department, to that local hospital, that will enhance their ability to take care of their patients.
Thank you, Dr. Ballantyne. And Dr. Niwagaba, as the director for the Center for Global Health, can you tell us a little bit more about the scope of the trips that you take and the types of medical services that are provided?
Basically, kind of building on to what Dr. Ballantyne just said, we go all over the world. And the scope of the trips kind of runs the gamut. We take students anywhere from 10 to 12 students on a trip. We kind of keep it small because you don't want to be a burden on your hosts. But basically, we take the students, they have to go through a class before they go. They have a class that they go through, learning about critical issues in global health, kind of in preparation for what they are going to be seeing and what they are going to be doing. And so when we get there, they get to participate in the healthcare system from the beginning, from the time we land. They participate in the healthcare system, they participate in the culture, and they get to do everything medical doctors over there do and medical students over there do, and ranging from participating in ward rounds and seeing patients in the outpatient ward, and with supervision, participating in surgery, holding retractors for surgeons and those types of things. So the scope ranges. It's an incredible experience for medical students. Surprisingly, most of them have never been outside the US, so looking at some of the disparities firsthand, it kind of is a little bit of a shock. And it kind of teaches them some of the, reasoning without resources, critical thinking. So they really learn so much on these trips. Yeah.
It also teaches them respect for what other cultures and other places do, and how the surgeon in the operating room is incredibly skilled and has an incredible talent to diagnose someone without 20 MRIs and 15 CAT scans. So it makes them often come back and say, wow, healthcare is delivered in an incredible fashion in many other countries as well. So I think that respect is something that, especially with Lilium's input, I'm always really impressed how the students come back, really respecting the other culture, the other country, the other healthcare providers.
Even some of the doctors that supervise our doctors here that supervise our students, they come back completely transformed and wondering about, could I do the kind of surgery these guys do without the equipment that we are used to. So they come back in awe of some of the skill sets that those doctors have.
Do you have specific countries that the college visits?
Yes, it depends on the level of the students. For preclinical students, we go to Ghana, we go to Haiti when it is safe, we go to Costa Rica, and locally we go to Puerto Rico or some of the surrounding communities here on the island.
And many of these relationships we've had for many, many years. So we're currently on a hiatus in Haiti, but when we go to Haiti, some of our faculty members get instantly recognized. Or Lilium shared a story earlier with me where some of the kids will run up to a faculty member and say, hey, my mom told me that you delivered me many, many years ago. So there's a relationship. We have a relationship with actual facilities. So the facilities are there. They know what we can provide and what we bring. And that over a year has been established over years, and I think that's a really important component of many of these events.
As a person that is on one of the trips, it sounds as if there's a relationship, an ongoing relationship that is developed, not just with the physicians that are there, but it sounds like also the people in the community. So that's a wonderful experience for all on it.
Oh, absolutely. And we have 5 criteria to choose a country. We look at safety, how safe is the country. We look at the educational value of the experience. We look at the cost to the student, and then we look at sustainability, and then the ethical and cultural competency that the students can perform in that country. And then for the 4th years who are clinical, for them they can go anywhere in the world as long as it is a teaching hospital and it meets that 5 criteria that we talked about earlier.
Generally, how often do these trips occur?
We try to make them as often as we can, but mainly we look at the holidays. Summer is the best time to do some of the longer, the 2-week trips, and then spring break, winter break, and then for the 4th year students, they have their slots as they pick what time they want to go based on their schedule. We try to make sure that they are back here for March. But usually they go whenever they can.
Tell me about some of the feedback that you've received from the medical students.
Oh, the students, I mean, they are always ecstatic. It's always kind of hard to adjust, and when we are doing the pre-trip orientation, preparing them, equipping them with the skills to use there, they are kind of a bit unsure about what they are going to find. And then when they go through the experience, they talk about things like transformative, They talk about, things like this has changed my life, and this, I'm going to use this in my clinical practice, and this is why I went to medical school to begin with. So really, they come back completely excited about the experience, and they get to use the skills to apply the classes that they are doing in real environments with real patients, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, when I speak to alumni of the school who went through the program, I usually see a very small group of them who actually really got interested in global health and might become leaders in global health, have done fellowships and so forth. But I see the majority of them talking about how it changed how they treat their patients in their practice, in their local community, wherever they are, whether they are a hospitalist, a big tertiary care center, or in a small private office. They really speak about how it has changed them and influenced them on the practice and on the way they provide medical care, and that is actually quite exciting.
What attributes primarily do you think that these types of experiences for medical students foster? Do you see a commonality that comes out of the students that are going through these experiences?
Yes, absolutely. They learn attributes like empathy, cultural humility, just kind of the critical thinking that I talked about, reasoning. They look at patient care differently than when they went. And, to me, it's one of those things that, when the students tell me how they feel, in reflections, we do reflections every night, and then we ask them to write a reflection paper when we get back. And those are the things they highlight, cultural humility, empathy, and really very, very exciting.
And doing something that might be a little bit out of your comfort zone. So again, one small group of students interested in this have a lot of experience, might have traveled all over the world. But a big part of those students have never done anything like this, have never taken that leap of faith to go somewhere else that they don't know what's going to happen. And I think just doing that for their self-confidence, I think doing this just for their exposure is invaluable.
It also develops their mindfulness and their professionalism, because they see, the way doctors treat their patients, and they kind of appreciate and learn how to treat their patients better and kind of more empathetically. Mm-hmm.
In addition to the medical mission trips that are occurring outside of our country, would you like to share any information about the initiatives that happen here?
Locally, most of the students who actually do global health work, they seek out opportunities here. So we partner with Dr. Sonia Rivera Martinez with the Free Clinic. We have a free clinic in Harlem that we started a few months back. We go into communities when they have an event. For example, Roslyn, if churches are getting together and having a community friends and Friends Day or something, Family and Friends Day, we go there with our students and they do basic screenings, blood sugar, blood pressure, BMI, and those types of things. And then when the Korean community is having an event, we do that. We go there and support them, and students do the screenings as well. And so also we recently started an asylum clinic. So people who are seeking forensic medical exams, if they are applying for asylum, if they are here legally and applying for asylum, we support them. We have some of our doctors doing the forensic medical exams.
Honestly, I'm so pleased to know that this occurs in our medical school and that we have the ability to provide our students with this type of training. Dr. Ballantyne, would you like to add anything in addition to the comments that we talked today?
I wish we could grow the program even larger and incorporate even more global health events in the United States. As you know, we have a campus in Arkansas, and there's some rural communities around Arkansas. I spent a big part of my career in the Bronx. I would love to incorporate that as well. So it's an exciting program, and under Lillian's leadership has really moved forward leaps and bounds. And I just want to thank her actually for all her hard work. And I think there are many, many students and alumni alumni whose lives and whose practice has been affected in a very positive way by this experience.
Yes, yes. I wanted to kind of follow up on Dr. Ballantyne. He mentioned Arkansas, and some of the students actually go with us on the trips, and some of the fourth years participate in the fourth year trips as well. So.
Well, I understand that some of the students that have been there have done interviews, and we happen to have a video of one of our students that had gone on a global mission trip. Yes. And maybe we will conclude our conversation today by allowing our viewers to experience that, that individual student experience.
If you're in a packed van going down a dirt road in a country where you've never been, then you might as well be sitting next to a bunch of classmates and faculty who are just as enthusiastic as you to learn about a country and give to its people. We're taught that we have to get to know our patients as people, and that's crucial. And that becomes so automatic and so intuitive if you go to a foreign country, and that becomes an instrumental part of delivering care. I think my classmates can all remember that there was a camera strap between my neck and my stethoscope the whole time. There's a lot of photos that just don't exist, though, that everyone needs to keep in mind. There's a part of the trip that just has to stay in your own mind, a part of your experience that can only be confined to memory. It's a good reminder that there's some part of your travel, some part of your practice, some part of your work that will always just be yours. I'm Justin Morris, and I'm a second-year osteopathic medical student.
Well, I would like to thank both of you for joining us today. You've both provided very valuable information and insights on the importance of global health experiences for medical students. And honestly, I can see, as a non-medical professional, this is clearly a win-win situation.
Oh, absolutely.
Both for the patients receiving needed medical care and the students who participate, and also the faculty who participate. So I want to thank you so much for being the director of the Center for Global Health. It's a great initiative, and thank you also, Dr. Ballantyne, for your time and your insights today.
Support of the program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.